I'm sure you don't want the definition, the textbook definition. I think a small business is essentially anything that is going to have struggles in the day-to-day operations because of lack of resources. When you get to where you have all the professionals on call, money's no object, you can hire professionals to go and deal with the bureaucracies or whatever it is. And we see that. We see that with large corporations that are able to get on the phone and say, hey, let's get the team in here to take care of this, whatever that is. Whenever you struggle for those kinds of resources, I think you have the same challenges as any small business. And so, what was the second part of the question?
If elected or re-elected as a legislator, what value can you add to small business today?
Well, I think the value that I've always, and I'm one of those with the record, so you know how I vote. This is something that you don't have to guess with me, is that I think that the job of government is to protect the freedoms and the liberties and the property rights of small businesses and their owners. So what I have done in the past and what I will continue to do is to be on the side of freedom and allowing you to operate your businesses the way that they need to be operated. So what does that mean? I am a leading advocate. I am the leading advocate in private property rights, which I think is critical. A lot of people overlook that, but when you talk about whether you can get a license or expand or do signs or anything like that, you're talking about private property rights. Now, certainly the city city and state have a legitimate interest in making sure that things don't go completely awry, but that should be very, very limited. And we ought to allow property owners to really run their business. And so whether it's taxes, whether it's eminent domain abuses that go on, or trying to get through the cities or municipalities, all of those things need to err on the side of the property owner, and businesses are property. That's very, very clear. So what I would do, work to continue to reduce the tax burden on small businesses, medium business and large business. I would also work to continue to defend and strengthen our private property rights laws, try to get back to the Constitution. We're not quite there yet. We've come a long way, but we're still not dealing under the constitutional premise of private property rights, and then try to continue to work to reduce regulation that we have heaped upon small businesses. And large businesses have that regulation too, but it's not quite as big a burden because, again, they have the resources. So the regulation, we really have to deal with small business and try to get the regulation off the backs of small business owners.